Hi guys and welcome to today's ALNSM Overland Live. So it's been a very long time without a live, and I thought it was the perfect moment to connect with you guys, and hopefully we will have a nice chat today. Pretty excited about it. Um, so as usual, I'm gonna wait a bit for you to connect with me, and I actually ask you on all the social medias what you wanted to talk about. The point of it wasn't really to make a Q&A, but just to open up the conversation. So I still have some of your questions here I'm gonna answer, but really the goal is just to open the conversation and talk about overlanding, rigs, gear, and what's going on all over the world. So um, hi to everyone who is connecting right now. Feel free to leave a message so I can see who you are, maybe where do you come from. uh Book, hi, where do you come from, Book? Got Slovenia, New Caledonia. What's that, New Caledonia? Where is it? Ooh, wow. That's not really far away. Hi everyone. I'm I'm okay, I'm pretty excited to see you all. So yeah, I'm laughing because Book is actually my brother and Sparkles in the Wild. If you don't know yet, it's my girlfriend Lizanne. So she asked me what I'm doing in the garden. It's a nice comfy place to sit and chat. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so already if you have some question, can ask, but still gonna maybe wait just a bit more, maybe when we're gonna be 10 on the live, and start with those question. Pretty nice ones actually. So, and by the way, I really hope you liked all the previous videos, especially the adventures one, the two 30 minutes videos. I had a blast during this adventure, and I also spent some extra time editing these ones, so I really hope you enjoy them. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the question. They are from YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So yeah, the title of this live is it still worth traveling in 2020? And that's because it's a question I ask myself. So I'm gonna keep that for just after the question, because it's something I really want to talk with you today. So first of all, from YouTube, we got Drugascan. If you are here, Drugascan, thank you for the questions. So the question is, have you thought about inviting fans, subscribers, or patrons to a tour? So that's the first one. Um, Actually, no. I didn't thought about inviting creating a special dedicated tour to fans, subscribers, or Patreon. Um, well, only with Patreons on mine. That's because they are all from very different place in the world. We got the United States, we got Russia. Everything's pretty far away, so um, I thought it will be complicated to do that, and so maybe not. Yeah, a subscriber tour that will be much easier, way more easier. So that's actually a pretty good idea, and it will be in Europe, so all the US and Australian ports, it's gonna be difficult to join, but it could be cool for the European subscribers to the channel. So maybe I'm gonna think about that a little bit more and put something in place that will be interesting. Okay, so we got some comments here. Because of coronavirus, the traveling outdoor is best wealthy choice to do. No cities, no airports or mails, just outdoor. Yeah, that's totally true. That's totally true. But what I'm still a bit afraid is going to foreign countries. And we're gonna talk about that just after. And okay, and it's very fun that you, when you will come to Slovenia and join us, hashtag 3P Overland gang trip. Actually, guys, I was considering contacting you for maybe join you in Slovenia and maybe make a tour. That will be pretty awesome. So we're gonna see that in private message, okay? That will be nice. That could be nice. Then I have another question still from Dragascan. You have your Subaru and your setup for a while now. What will you do different if you will buy the Subaru tomorrow with your current experience? That's a pretty good question. I think that the first big mistake I've made is to buy front and rear SG struts. So especially on the front, SG struts actually have a lower spring perch, so it make the fits even tighter for bigger tires, and have made. And also, at first on the back I had heavy duty SG springs that are actually softer than heavy duty SF springs. So in terms of suspension struts, I would have make it difference. Hi, Biza production from South Africa, and okay, we'll see that for this the Slovenian trip. That could be interesting. Hi everyone. Okay, so about the Subaru, the Forester, a few parts of the struts and spring system setup would have been different. What else? Maybe no, it's not really about the car itself, but I should have start the YouTube channel way sooner actually, because I did a lot of stuff like the clutch, the install lift kits, the paint of the car without any videos, any footage, and it would have been very nice videos, I think, very informative videos. So that's something I kind of regret, but you saw with the paint video, I still managed to do something pretty nice with tons of info. So if you want to repaint your car, now you can do it with some nice tips. And I've got a question here. Do you have any rust problems? And actually, no. And that's something I really checked before buying this particular Forester. It was all the undercarriage and all the rust problems, and this one is very healthy in terms of rust. It wasn't actually in the mountains areas where there is snow and salt and pretty bad condition. It was more in the sunny parts of France, so it's really healthy and no rust at all. And I'm currently Subaru, so that will be a nice video, I guess. Okay, so another question. You guys, you have tons of question. I love that. Thank you, guys. So, do you recommend for a 2020 Forester? My wife is planning to buy a new car. If I had more money, I definitely would buy a newer, yeah, a newer um, Forester or a newer Subaru, like the 2020, because they are very safe, full of option. Gas consumption is still pretty nice. So I think that's a pretty nice choice for daily driving. I wouldn't buy one of those new Subaru for what I do with this one, like remote traveling, off off-roading, and adventures. Maybe just really soft adventures, but I think if you want to go a bit more hardcore and remote travels and hardcore off-roading for Subaru, it's not a good option. But for a daily drive car, it's, I think, a really nice option. Subarus are one of the safest car, so I think your wife can go for 2020 Forester without any doubt in mind. If you can afford it, you should. And if I could afford one, I totally buy one, because this Forester is still my daily driver. This is my only car, and sometimes it's not that it's not a good daily driver car, but now it's outfitted with the rooftop tent, everything, and it's not really convenient for daily drives. Yeah, my pleasure. Okay, we have another question here from Joey from Norway. And what kind of music do you like and listen to while driving? So that's more of a personal question, but yeah. And oh no, Lizanne, I don't listen to bad music. It's only good music. So first of all, when I am on the trails, I don't listen to music. When I'm on the trails, I want to focus on the trails, and also I filmed a lot, so to I don't want you to hear the music playing in the car. But really, it's for me. I want to focus on the trail and the adventure. But for, yeah, daily driving, long trips on the highway, I really like music. So I listen to tons of music from rock and roll, metal, um, some pop as well. It's very versatile. I love some good country, some country blues. I love that as well. There is also the synth wave, like old school wave sounds. But most of the time, I like dark music, with a dark atmospheres, and I think that's it. If you have no Celine Dion, Celine Dion is good, but hi, we have a Polish subscriber here. Hi. The best song I like to listen daily. Honestly, being a supernatural fan, I don't know if you know this TV show. This is two brother hunting spirits, ghosts, and stuff like this. I love the Carry On My Wayward Son from Kansas. So that's I think it's probably some rock and roll, but it's a pretty good one. Kansas have pretty nice music, and I love this. So yeah, if you have music recommendation, I'm all ears because so if you have nice music suggestion, I'm open to everything, and put that in the comments. I will take note of that. Okay, so rust can kill your fuzz faster than you being able to look after it. Yeah, that's totally true. And something you really have to, even if everything seems clean, is inside the struts towers, you know, around where the struts is sitting. This is where the rust starts on, and you can't really see it. So this is something really you have to check and treat as soon as possible if you have some. Just welding, there's no back seats or anything that I can weld. Yeah, so if the back of your Forester is empty, you're gonna have a nice view, nice access to those strut stores, and you will have a quick check to see if there's some. Birdman, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross. Yeah, for a moment I listen a lot of Rick Ross, American rappers. Yeah, sometimes I love US rap as well. Okay, we have a tons of questions. You are awesome, guys. So thank you for the music suggestion. You have another question. Do you like motorbike riding? And if you do, would you put a motorbike rack on the back of your Forester? Good question. I really love motorbike. I really love that. I had some motocross when I was a kid, but sadly I didn't pass my driving license for motorbikes, so I'm not allowed to drive one. And actually, before getting the Forester, I was thinking about traveling in a motorbike. So this is something I really love. And a friend of mine just bought a KTM 990 Adventure, and maybe we're gonna have make some exploration together. And even if I had a motorbike, I think I wouldn't put it on the back of the Forester. This is a lot of weight. So I don't think this is not the kind of thing I will do. Thanks for the question. Okay, so Joey, I I don't know if you heard my answer about your music question, but I'm gonna answer to this one. If money was no problem and COVID-19 either happened, where would you travel? Well, actually for this year, and this is something that really makes me sad. Right now, I should be in Kazakhstan, Central Asia, on my way to Mongolia. So that was one hell of an adventure, but COVID-19 uh, destroyed all our plans for 2020. So Mongolia, I still want to do this travel. It's just gonna be complicated in terms of times, and we'll see the evolution of COVID-19 as well, because I don't think this is over. So we'll see. Something I will really love to do is to ship the Forester to the US. To the US, maybe before to Australia. And I would like to visit Alaska, all the Pacific Northwest region. Really love that. And if money wasn't a problem, I will drive all the way down to South Africa, all the way down to Ushuaia. Like the kind of typical Alaska to Ushuaia trip. That will be absolutely awesome. Okay, so you convince your cousin Jack to watch my vids. That's awesome. Thank you guys for sharing my videos. It really helps a lot, because what I noticed is since I'm from France, YouTube have a hard time suggesting my videos to US viewers. So thank you guys for sharing. It helps a lot. And really, if you like a video, just share it. I really, really appreciate. Okay, actually, I use the Axe Black. I love this one. How many miles does the fuzz have on it? Okay, so that's the question I hate because I have hard time pronounce this. So I'm gonna answer it to you in kilometers, and I will let you convert it in miles. So on the clock, I have, this is 280,000 kilometers. Yeah, that's it. And if I remember well, it's around 170 miles, 170,000 miles. So that's the good question. Yep, Forester is the crossover platform, so it's pretty versatile. This is what I love. This is not a big rig, so it's nice in when you're crossing cities while traveling. This is not a pain to travel through cities, to park. I really love this platform and this size. I think this is the perfect size. Are lift kits legal in France? The TÜV Documenta and stuff. It's fun because in Germany this is the TÜV, TUV. Here this is the technical control. Actually, lift kits are not legal, but you can pass your technical control with it because they are not gonna look at it. Especially, it's not gonna be a point that will not allow you to pass this test, and the cops will never see your strut your lift and say, oh, that's illegal, I'm gonna write you a ticket. This will never gonna happen here. But if I ever if I'm being involved in a car crash, there is a specialist that gonna come here, look at the car, and it's definitely gonna notice the lift kits, and it's gonna say, okay, that's illegal, and maybe the car crash happened because of that, and then my insurance is not gonna cover me. It's not really illegal until I got involved in a crash. We need GoPro footage when you walk on cities, different style videos. You got a point here. Every time we visited countries, visited cities during the first part of our full-time Overland trip, I didn't film even like the vlog style, etc., because I really wanted to make my videos about overlanding slash off-roading. I wanted trails, small villages, new cultures, but for me, cities wasn't something to film. So sadly, I didn't. I'm pretty sure it would have been pretty interesting for all of you guys. Something I'm gonna consider for the future, and I'm starting to put some more, more city stuff, more historical stuff with explanation, dates, etc. This is something I really try to put in my videos now because it's added a lot of context and it's always nice. Finland eyes, okay, pretty bad laws for building cars. That's a shame, but it's getting more and more difficult here in France to modify your car without any problems. Got it, it's the same in Slovenia, okay. Another question, how much did you pay for your Forester when you brought its stock? Because I bought my car for, okay, so $500, it's a pretty good price. I got this one with a bad clutch for 900 euros, so I think it's around $1,000. So it's actually a pretty good price as well, and I'm really happy with the deal I made with this one. Okay, so you all made very good deals with your cars. Okay, sorry about that. That was my remainder. 500, 700, 600. Mine was 900 euros. So you did better deals than me. But I think under the 1,000, it's a pretty good deal if it's clean. Because the prices here actually for even a base model, well, mine is not a base model. I have every option I wanted, like the sunroof. I finished rust. I don't think it's really good. But mine have the AC, sunroof, electrical windows, and mirrors. I have everything I wanted except the color. So, yep, exactly. I think the prices are pretty much the same because I saw some Forester around 3,000, 4,000. That's a lot of money for all Forester, in my opinion. So around 1,000 is good. Under it's very good if it's clean, but more than this. The cup holders actually on mine. I had the dual cup holders on the front. I didn't had it, so I had it and I love it actually. It does the job pretty well. But Lizanne broke a spring on her side, so I'm pretty sad about it. But she knows it, and I don't use the rear one because there's nobody on the rear. Mine broke too. Yeah, it's just all plastic, so if you're not careful, yeah, you broke half of it, Lizanne. I know it. Okay, so Joey paid 1,200 euros for a 20. Oh, I have hard time with numbers. For 2001 Opel Corsa, yeah. I think it's for a car around the 1,000 euros. It's a good price. A beer. Sometimes at camp, I drink some, but on the cup holder, it's very. It doesn't happen really often. I put my coffee in there. Everything is new and modern. Have box full of seat and gasket. Well, okay, so we have some more question here. It's almost done. Oh, an S turbo for 1,500. That's a pretty good deal because the turbo version is very expensive here. Like it's a a collection car or something. It's really expensive. So okay, I got another question I got on Facebook. Maybe it's gonna help you if one day you want to travel in France. So this is Simon. He has me talk about overlanding access to trails in France. Is it legal to take any trail? Does it have to be a designated trail or some off-road bikes only? I live in Thorn, so that's in the south of France. Okay, so for overlanding access to trails in France, it's getting difficult because of shitty behavior. People, well, every trails are getting closed with gates, so we can't access anymore. There is a lot of regions with natural areas that have to be preserved, so that I can understand that we can't travel in that. But a lot of trails are not accessible with interdiction sign, gates, and it's getting pretty difficult. But if there is absolutely nothing, you can drive it. You can also drive hiking trails if they are large enough. This is what I explained in the last adventure video, is that hiking trails are actually dry, and it doesn't really have to be a designated trail. Off-road bikes only? No. It, well, it depends on the size of the trail. If it's really too small for a car, it's gonna be a off-road bike only, but it's not gonna be forbidden to cars actually. So yeah. So that was it for the question. Oh no, I got a last one, is how you yourself do Overland now, from Robert, my good friend Robert. So I think the question is, how do you overland now, like right now at the moment? And the question is, I don't really because the COVID-19 actually, as I said earlier, ruined all our overlanding plans for 2020. And now I still have the feeling that traveling is gonna be tricky for this year. And oh, it's really hot. I'm gonna open a bit. The borders are starting to reopen, but I think it's still not a good year to travel and go into foreign countries. There is a lot of new COVID-19 clusters in some countries, and if just like that border closed, I don't want to be stuck in a foreign country, even inside Europe. Something I don't want to happen. And so I think for the end of this year, I'm gonna stick to French trips, like in the French Alps, in the Pyrenees, maybe in the center of France. There is a lot of nice landscapes and nice tour to make. I have a few already, and I think I'm gonna make it big and invite the Overland Band community, and even you guys, if you want to travel and join me, you can. I'm gonna make, I think, bigger events from this. I'm not alone, we never know, but yeah. Okay, well, this is planned. I have a few very long tour, like uh, from 2 to 7 days long. I want to make really nice trips like this, and honestly, I really miss long tours. I really miss overlanding. I really miss being lost on the trails and pack up the rooftop tents, sleep in the wild. I really miss all of this, and I'm probably gonna do that. I really want to. So I kind of answered to the question, the title of this video. Is it still worth traveling in 2020? I think 2020 is gonna be the year for intern traveling, like in your own country. Um, Even this, if the situation is getting better, I think you still have to want to avoid any crowded places. So when they open borders, you're always welcome to Finland. Thanks. I don't know the situation about Finland border, and actually it's fun that you talk about this, because I really want to get back to Finland, especially the north part. I really enjoyed it the first time. I want to get back there, and I have this idea in mind, is to maybe make a winter trip, a winter expedition in Finland. That could be rough, I think, but I have this in mind, and I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. So I might have to think about that, especially because of the cold and the snow. That will be nice. If you have infos about winter in Finland, like the drivability of roads and temperatures, yeah, -30. Okay, that's pretty low. I'm really open to infos because it will be a very well. Alice, I don't know how to les aurores boréales in French. I'll be onto it. Thanks. I would like to see a lot of Borealis aurora. I think that's the name. So yep. International, no international, intern trips. I'm gonna stick to France for the end of the year, and then we'll see what happens. So if you have more questions, now is the time. And actually, I wanted to thank you all for your support, your presence here, all of your comments in the videos, and this is something I really love about the community. Is this is what I like the most, is enjoying your comments, reading your comments on everything. As I said, when you share my work, my videos, I really appreciate it because it means you really liked it, and it means also that you're supporting me even more by sharing this, and that's absolutely awesome. How did you learn how to repair your Forester? YouTube videos, or sometimes just by myself, but mostly YouTube videos. And that's why I, in my turn, making DIY mechanic videos for you to learn in the same time. YouTube is a great tool to learn. So YouTube are all by myself. Sometimes I just unbolt stuff, see how it is, if I can spot the problem, if I can fix this problem without buying a new parts. Sometimes it's necessary, but yeah, all by myself. And YouTube is a great support. If you have video suggestion as well, you can totally tell me that. I will see if I can make it happen. If you have gear, maybe you want me to try that is relevant to overlanding, I can make that happen, maybe. So really feel free to suggest me anything, and I will see if I can work on it. And I have pretty exciting stuff incoming. I really hope so. I can make it for next Friday in a week. I have 1 week to finish that, and it's pretty exciting project I've been working on several months. I really want to show you that, and hopefully that's gonna be next Friday, so stay tuned, guys. And try Savota. Finnish army use it. Okay, I will look into that. Thanks for the tips. I love it because it's a two-way things. I try to share a lot through my videos, but a lot of time I also learn a lot from you guys in the comments, or yeah, mostly in the comments, and that's really enjoyable. I love this dynamic. Okay. Well, I think, yeah, that's my pleasure. I really do that because I love it. I also wanted to say that um, just to warn you, maybe it's not gonna happen, but I'm gonna still try to be consistent on in my professional life. So that's gonna takes me a lot of time. I'm not gonna be able to put into YouTube because sadly I don't live out of YouTube, out of ALNSM Overland. It's not my main job. So I'm working on a professional project. It's gonna take me a lot of times, a lot of energy. So I'm still gonna do my best for you, for the YouTube channel, Instagram as well. Um, but it might be tough sometimes, a bit tricky. So just to warn you guys, and that's it. I think if you don't have any more question, we're gonna end the live here because I have to lawn the grass in the garden. But it was, as always, a pleasure to talk with you guys. I really loved lives, and every time I say I should do that more often, I really enjoy them, and I hope you too. Okay, one more minute for the questions, and then I'm gonna end. It's gonna be 45 minutes long. I think that's pretty good score. Okay, 40 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds. All right, guys. So 20 seconds, that's gonna be the time for me to say thank you again for connecting with me. I really, really appreciate. Yeah, we really miss our cats. That's it was awesome to travel with him, and we really miss that part. So, and on this pretty sad question, I'm gonna leave you guys. Thank you all for connecting with me, and we'll see you then. Oh, you have an Overland cat too. Maybe we're gonna see him when we visit Slovenia. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, if you're not on Instagram or Facebook, I also have those social medias. I post other content than on YouTube, and I also have a Patreon page and some more new stuff coming next week. So thank you guys, and see you next Friday.